Hello, and in this video I'm going to tell you how easy it is to get rid of common or gall aphids on currants and gooseberries. First, let me introduce you to it. If your currants have leaves with red blisters, then turn them over to the inside and you will see gall aphids. When it affects currant leaves, they begin to look like this. This is not a tick but a gall aphid, and it mainly affects the leaves on young growth. You can see the young juicy leaves. It does not affect the older, lower leaves or those on old branches. To prevent this from happening, you could treat the currant bushes with chemicals in early spring, insecticides, but since currants are a very early berry and my children and I like to eat them fresh, I don't use any chemicals, and I'll show you a method of fighting aphids without chemicals. This is a black currant bush, and this is what an ordinary aphid looks like. As you can see, it's green, it drinks juice from the leaves, they spin, they brighten. Aphids affect only the tops, they do not appear on old leaves. These aphids, both common and gall aphids, are helped by ants. They are the ones who spread aphids all over the bushes to reproduce them, and the ants themselves love aphid secretions. As you can see, here they are, ants coming to taste aphid secretions. They don't eat the aphids themselves, they only reproduce them. Therefore, we need to fight not only aphids, but also ants. Be sure to look along the contour of the bush, maybe you have an anthill there, and also somewhere nearby, maybe it is located, and destroy it. Using boric acid, I will leave a video link in the upper right corner. And you can also use a drug such as Bravolis. Well, the method of dealing with aphids is as follows. If you see that the top is already twisted, these leaves will not recover. So we just take the top and tear it off. We don't shake off the aphids, we take a bucket of water about a third of the way up and put the leaves with the aphids in it. In this way, we reduce the number of aphids on our bushes and the ants will have nothing to feed on and will leave your plot and leave these currant bushes. But this method, as you can imagine, works if you have 5 or 10 bushes, for example like me. On large plots, everyone uses chemistry, but I would not recommend eating such a berry, because the harm from such a berry for your health will be more than good. We also cut off such leaves along with the tops and dump them into a bucket like this. But don't worry, buds will wake up in the internodes here and there will be branching. And next year you will get a much bigger harvest because your bushes will become more lush and bigger. But the main thing is to notice both common and gall aphids on your bushes in time and destroy them all. As you can imagine, this method is suitable for those who want to grow environmentally friendly berries. That's all. It took me about a few minutes for one bush and there are practically no affected leaves, maybe some left inside. Therefore this method is actually really easy, really effective. And here's another good tip. When you cut off all the leaves, fill a bucket with them. If you still have room, mow the usual weeds, fill the bucket completely. Add more water so that all the green mass is in the water. Cover it with a lid and leave it to infuse for 1 week, and you will get a very useful, very rich in nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium fertilizer for root feeding. And this will be a concentrate, which I will later tell you how to use. So friends, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them all. I wish you big, tasty and environmentally friendly harvests, and I'll see you in the next videos.